My name's Simon Harrop and I'm the founder and director of the Aroma Company. And the Aroma Company helps brands such as soap manufacturers, toiletry manufacturers to communicate to their customers, consumers, one of the key brand equities, which is the sense of smell. I'd been working in marketing and sales for about 20 years. And it was apparent to me that no one was actually thinking about the total sensory impact of the sales. It was all about words and pictures. And that was combined with a shopping visit that I did once, and I wanted to open a bottle of shampoo and smell it before I bought. You know what? I felt really self-conscious doing it. I felt like there was someone about to tap me on the shoulder and tell me to get out. So I thought about this more carefully, and I thought there was an opportunity to create devices that enable people to smell before they buy. When I started, one of the first things I did was to take some advice on intellectual property protection, because what I knew is that I had a great idea, but I wanted to be able to research that by taking it to those who would ultimately be my customers, the brand manufacturers or the retailers. So I took out an early patent application, and that enabled me to go and do that research and get back very positive feedback that, hey, here was an idea that there was a real potential market for. And that then gave me the confidence to go on and invest, develop the product and to start the marketing. I had some concerns over the basic idea, but mostly around practically how would it be implemented, because I knew that if it was going to work properly, firstly, consumers, customers in a retail environment would need to know instinctively how to use it without having to have instructions. But also I knew that retailers would be very particular about what they wouldn't or would allow in their stores. So the next phase was to do some very careful research around that. The prototypes that we created we used in workshops, for example, where we would get ordinary men and women off the street and say, look, if this was in a retail environment, would you know how to use it? And also got a discussion going. Is this something that you think is important to you in your purchase decision? Do you want to know how something smells before you buy? Universally, absolutely was the answer. Of course we do. The research that we did in the workshops really helped us to build our strategy to go forward. One of the key areas that we needed to research was to understand where our products that we were developing would sit in relation to other things that the brands could be spending their money on. So how does the price impact on how you position what this does? And we saw that there was a real niche for a unique selling proposition, but we were also able to give that some kind of a price, some kind of a sense of value. And then we look at what they're prepared to pay, look at what it was going to cost us to make these items and see that there was actually room for plenty of profit. I think small businesses or start-up businesses often tend to discount price unnecessarily. So if you do your research, you can be confident that your pricing is right. One of the things that came out of the research as well is that we saw that you could take that basic product concept and you could actually extend it, product extension, into new and interesting markets and opportunities, and that's something that we've been doing latterly. Market research, as well as being used to test an idea, sometimes market research can throw up ideas that you hadn't thought of before. So as a tool for driving innovation, research can be very powerful. An example of a way research actually led to product innovation is we were asking our customers what they thought of our printed products. And one of them said, well, it would be really good, but wouldn't it be fantastic, even better, if you could actually create something that smelled in your home? And that got us thinking, and it led us to the innovation of actually creating scented drawer liners, so that actually you can put some of that brand fragrance and put those drawer liners into your clothing drawer, so that as you take them out, it smells of that wonderful fragrance too, and that then goes to your subconscious memory and reminds you about that great product that's cleaned your laundry. If I was doing this again, things I might do differently would be stand back further and look at the total market opportunity and maybe consider investment earlier in the process to get investment in so that we could really scale the business up. Sometimes a small business owner has a desire to do everything themselves and to sort of try and retain control, but giving up a little bit of control often means that you can grow that much faster.